Transitional housing for parolees in California. Individuals who are currently confined and are positive to avail a transitional housing program can apply from the list of transitional housing that will accept them after their release date. California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation also offers residential and transitional housing programs for parolees. The programs offer foods, employment, safe housing, mental health services, and life skills training. To be eligible for the program, parolee is required to have referrals from parolee's agent of record to get the CDCR Form 1502, Activity Report, and the Division of Adult Parole Operation, DAPO. Reentry services are services and programs intended for offenders to help them succeed as they return to the community. Comprehensive pre- and post-release rehabilitation programs and services are accessible throughout California. Long-term offenders can avail the Long-Term Offender Reentry Recovery Program, (TOR). It provides a peer-driven support, assistance, and guidance to newly released long-term offenders as they successfully return to their respective community. The program takes up to 180 days with possible extension of 185 days as needed. Eligible parolees must be release grantee and referred by the DAPO who need for transitional housing and/or reintegration services. Also must be Penal Code Section 290 registrant and a serious and violent offenders. Transitional Housing Program California. Transitional Housing Program is intended for young adult from 18 years old to 25 years old wherein they find hard to have safe and affordable homes as they are from foster care or probation system. The THP funded approximately $8 million grants to counties for child welfare services agencies. To learn more about Transitional Housing Program, visit California Department of Housing and Community Development website. From a study in Santa Clara County, California, also known as Silicon Valley, found that chronically homeless population of 2,800 people has an average cost of $83,000 per person per year for the services, which mostly includes medical care. Residents of Santa Clara pays a one-time tax fee of $39 and $15 per year to house and feed the 2,800 people. It will help build housing, cafeteria, and laundry facilities for the county chronically homeless population and will help them to get back to the community as well. They call this program the Housing First Strategy, which aims to assist homeless people and make it easier for them to address trials such as addiction, unemployment, and mental health as they are home and well fed by the participant if they want to benefit from the program. By developing a plan and assigning a timeline will ensure the participants to continually make progress in their program. And the most important part of the program is teach the participants the life skills they needed. Equip them with basic life skills that will help them survive and live with harmony in the community. Teach them the skills of cleaning, cooking, and other chore that will help them to live an independent life. Create a program that will provide the participant the counseling they needed, and assist them to find employment and educate them to how to keep it. Once the participants is set to leave the program, consider offering a program that will prevent them from returning to the transitional housing program and becoming homeless. Transitional housing cost per person. The cost per person for the transitional housing has no standard fee. A blog from All Kind of Treatment surveyed 28 diverse treatment and transitional living programs from 11 different states. An average cost of $10,700 per month and average enrollment fee of $1,500. The higher the cost indicated the shorter length of stay and the higher the levels of care or acuity served. Prices and fees vary on phases of treatment and level of support needed. The modifications of prices and fees of the programs depends on the following services or supports. Mentors. Accredited or licensed. Education credit. Insurance. Skills offered. Housing. Shifting of staffs. Licensed therapist. The cost vary from $4,000 a month and $16,000 a month with length of stay, levels of integrated clinical support, and acuity served as the main factors for the list of prices. Transitional Housing Placement plus Foster Care, THP plus FC. The Transitional Housing Placement plus Foster Care, THP plus FC, This program allows foster youth to extend the foster care from 18 years old to 21 years old. This is created under the Assembly Bill 12, AB 12, which permits non-minor dependents to avail the Transitional Housing Program plus foster care and supervised independent living placements. Transitional Housing Program Plus, THP Plus program for young adult aged from 18 years old but are not yet 24 years old who already exited the foster care can have the Transitional Housing Program Plus, THP Plus, but must follow the rules suitable for their age. Transitional Housing Licensing California. To start a transitional housing in California, one must be licensed or approved by government to guarantee the protection of the children with healthy atmosphere while they are in a residential care. Application process is assisted in three-component orientation and application. The licensee must meet the terms and conditions in the Health and Safety Code and Title 22 which will help safeguard the people from exploitation and abuse. For more information visit Residential Regulation. Here are some tips from BizFluent on how to start a transitional housing program. Determine your target. Look for population and select that you want to serve of your transitional housing services. After which search for organizations from private and government agencies that provides grants and maintain transitional housing programs. Then acquire support from the community by encouraging them the benefits they can have from the program. Also search for funds and in-kind donations from the community and network for existing companies and business that can be partnered that can provide employment and educational assistance to the accomplices of the program. Next is to look for transitional home facility and location ideal for the program. You can ask for individuals or business owners who own unused property to donate or lease the property at an affordable rate. Make the facility ready and available by acquiring supplies and create inventory. Set the rules and guidelines for the program that must adhere and guide transitional housing. Transitional housing is defined as a momentary shelter for homeless which includes people who are working but don't have a place to stay or can't afford to pay a long-term housing. Also for people who are displaced because of drugs and alcohol abuse, experiencing trauma, struggling with finances and/or suffering from domestic violence. It is not an emergency homeless shelter but resident can stay until they transit to a permanent yet affordable housing. Residents usually pays 30% of their income which is mostly refunded and can stay from 3 months up to 3 years while they are availing the services such as employment, social security and other assistance or support plus having a safe environment while improving oneself to face the community. Transitional Housing California. Transitional housing all over California offers diverse programs for people who are homeless, suffering from mental illness, or struggling from substance while they are in the process of having a permanent shelter and still have a non-toxic and very supportive atmosphere. There are housing in California that provides general supportive counseling and help the homeless to secure a permanent housing. You can find more listing in California at addicted.org. They provide you methods to talk to professionals to converse your needs and goals for fast recovery at free of charge. They have 24/7 call center you can access to assist you. The Department of Social Services in California has transitional housing program for current and former foster youth or what they THPP, THP plus FC, and THP plus. Transitional Housing Placement Program, THPP Transitional Housing Placement Program, THPP, is a community care licensed program intended for the youth in foster care aged 16 to 18 years old to have a safe atmosphere while learning the skills that can make them independent. The youth can choose to live alone or with roommates as approved by the department. Their services includes employment counseling, supervision for education, and aids to reach the emancipation goals along with their independent living program.